Alright, let's have a look at everything, make sure all of our things are nominal here. Looks to be the case. Awesome. With all of that, let's go ahead and get into today's OFCRA mission. So, blue 4 are going to be Germans. Green 4 are going to be... Actually, let me verify that they're green 4 here. Looks like they're having the Americans be red 4 here for those quote-unquote allied uniforms. Let me go ahead and readjust my volume slightly. Let me also put the prediction up. Set that to 15 minutes. So it's here, image blue 4. Germans up for and we'll set that for 15 minutes. All right. How many people are on the mission? Let me go ahead and check the team speak. We're sitting at about 101. So let me update the title with that. Cool. I mean, player list right here. We can, see that number right there. But otherwise, blue 4 are going to be basically defending the positions up here. They also have the Tiger tanks that are part of the objectives to the south. We see some defensive positions put in right here, but otherwise we've got British, and I believe that's a Polish flag. It could be wrong, but also some American spawn points over here. So Op 4 spawning in 3 different locations, blue 4 spawning in what appears to be 2. And the objective is as follows. So, if you open up your exclamation point mission command, it'll to point you to a link. You can click that link and you can see the operation that we're going with here. So, the 2 common objectives here are a depot right here, which at the end of 60 minutes, whoever has more players in it gains 3 points. Actually, that's the HQ, my bad. Read the wrong thing. So the HQ is worth 3 points for whoever holds this zone with more players by the 60-minute mark. And then the depot at the 90-minute mark, which is the end of the game, that is worth 5 points. Now, both sides have multiple Sherman tanks and Tiger tanks. Blue 4 having the Tiger tanks, as they are Germans, and then Op 4 have Shermans here. Looking at the roster, it appears Op 4 has 3 Sherman crews, and Blue 4 has 2 German tank crews. So 2v3, essentially. Points-wise, at the 60-minute mark, for every Tiger tank that is inside the HQ area, Blue 4 will gain an additional point, and then inside the depot area, it's 2 points. For Op 4, if they have Shermans inside the HQ area, excuse me, they're all worth 1 point, and then at the HQ, they're also worth a single point. And then if you kill the enemy side leader, aka the enemy commander, you gain a point, and then if you have at least 8 people alive on your faction by the 90-minute mark, you also gain a point. So this is all about locking this AO down to try to essentially get your armored vehicles in these zones on top of capturing them for yourself. The most bulk points are literally just to hold these 2 areas. They start in Blue 4 German hands. However, we've got 3 different sets of forces here that can help contend that. Looks like a majority of Blue 4's force here is going to be American with the 3 Shermans. However, we do have a single Polish squad and a single UK squad, basically to set up blocking positions to try to stop the Tigers from moving in. I'd imagine the rest of the Germans might try to set up a defensive line right here or play directly on the objective, but with the river being right here, you'll probably see a defensive line made right here, a secondary defensive line made right here, and then some stuff made to the south. But it'll be interesting to see these Tiger tanks try to move up. We might see them try to cross the river at a few of these different bridge points, either up here in Ruha or down further south right there, and then try to just sneak into defensive lines and head right into the sector. We could very well see, though, that these forces, Polish might cross the river and set up an ambush around this area, and then the British might try to lock down this MSR, all while the Sherman tanks are probably going to be heading down and trying to get to this position. Maybe Blue 4 will also try that as well. So these Tigers are under a lot of threat early on, and we'll just have to see what they do. Otherwise, quite a bit of points here for everything, but we'll see how things go. Hey, Hog, how you doing? I'm excited to be hosting for you this Saturday, broski. I hope you enjoy the operation. Today, speaking of events, we're only going to be covering OFCRA. I think I've got a date night tonight with Bloodwayne. We're just going to be going out and about. It's her last day stateside. She's going over to Denmark and Sweden for 2 weeks, so I won't see her till the end of the month, but feeding into that, I might be a little... Actually, I will be late for FNF tomorrow. I'll be missing round 1, but I'll be covering rounds 2 and 3. And then I'm hopefully going to be doing a ZUSOP. Saturday, though, is really interesting because we'll be doing a... I can talk about it, too, because it's public now. SOG Update 1.3 op. Hosting a lot of people with that. Horrible Hog will be one of the people there, but it's going to be Defense on Kisan. I was, an hour ago, testing the operation with Nemesis and Whiplash, the 2 community managers for that mod. We made a list of changes. I also have Veteran working on basically fine-tuning my ace settings, which I absolutely love that I have a staff member of the CDLCs in Bohemia fine-tuning my ace settings like that. Mwah. I can learn all of the esoteric ace knowledge I need to calibrate all my missions going forward for maximum optimization. I love it. I absolutely love having that. And I'm also working on a little bit of an extra thing for the beginning of the Kisan op. Something out of Digby's book. And if you know it, you know it. If you don't, look at the Starship Trooper ops I've done recently and at the beginnings, and you'll see what I mean. But we'll see how things go. And then Sunday... With any luck, I'll be on the ground playing in a Digby operation for SOG 1.3 as well, and we'll be going on that. Other news, I'll get back into DayZ eventually. I'm actually working right now on editing a bunch of Darktide sound bites. I had a buddy of mine rip them all from the game, all 1,520 of them, and now I'm just trying to pace myself to edit and sort about 75 of them a day. And the goal within 2 to 3 weeks is to turn them into some sound bites, so when I play Darktide, y'all control me with various voice lines or enemy lines. Because I think that would be funny. Otherwise, I think that is it. Oh, and Killcog is Saturday night. No ZUSOP for Karma. Instead, we're going to be commentating Killcog, and I am so excited for that. And he's outright told me, hey, this could be a mess because we're putting in Cat Medical, and we're training people on that. So, you know, it might be slow and messy. And I'm like, yes, that's exactly what we want, all right? Anything that creates mistakes for players to make is content. So we got a lot of fun stuff going on, and I'm getting back into editing and putting videos up because my drives are full. I put up a Starship Trooper video from yesterday's operation. I got that set very quickly, so we'll see how things go. No, they won't be, Geth, but a funny suggestion. Also, Dante, how you doing? Yeah, I know, Cat Medical. Personally, I'm against it, but I like playing Arma a bit more simply. I don't like getting bogged down too much in Medical, but hey, to each their own. I don't mind commentating it. Because we get to watch them do Medical, not pulling 360 security, and then some chucklehead runs in with an AK and blows everyone away. That'll be fine. What weapon styles or time frame are they working with? So it's Tiger tanks and Sherman Fireflies. So this is definitely later in the war, based off of how they worded the scenario, too. The Germans are on the retreat. So this is definitely more end game for the war itself. Also interesting. So we've got a new script down for their 8-minute warm-up timer. I like to see that. We'll see if we still have the Lost Your Lads thing on the bottom left. They might have fixed that too, but OFCRA always updating their scripts, and we'll just have to see how things go. Otherwise, Op 4 here, we've got the American forces here. Oh no, look at that. They've shown the uniforms for both sides. I'm sure that's going to prevent all blue-on-blue situations in this scenario. Wink! Also, let me write down a date for OFCRA here. This is the 15th. And this helps me basically edit out any timestamps that happen because I write them all down on a sticky note and edit them later. But anyway, we got our 3 Sherman. I'm not sure if these are Fireflights or 88s. I think there might be 88s because the Fireflies are British. But basically long barrel Sherman tanks to hit stuff with.
Je t'ai pris 8 poches de 500.
Looks like for the Americans here, we're seeing mostly M1 Garans. Some handguns for the tanker crews. I got some 1919 A6s. You can tell because it has the stock, which means it's also going to have the bipod. I personally hate that gun with a burning passion to use. I love seeing it because it's a great suppression weapon, but using it's a pain in the ass. We got some M1 carbines as well. We see some bazookas in play. We got some bars for the squads. But otherwise, that is it. And they have the damn whistle, too. We got a Command Willie Jeep back here, and then we just got a bunch of transport trucks for those forces to move in. Otherwise, looking at the Polish squad over here, let's see how they are equipped. They've landed with the help of a glider here. We have a Piat. We've got Lee Enfield. We've got a scoped Lee Enfield here as well. And even they are given signs. Let's go ahead and look at our UK forces here. Landed in via another glider. They also have a Piat. Or is it Piat? I usually get yelled at for that. And then a bunch more Lee Enfield gunners as well. I'm looking to see if they have a marksman, but I don't see what. There he is. All right. Looking over at the German spawns, let's go ahead and look at the southern group. This is where the Tigers have spawned. So we've got our 2 Tiger tanks. Germans with simple handguns. Looks like they also have a motorized vehicle to transport them. That is a Panzerschreck, which I believe is the reloadable one, and the Panzerfaust is a single-shot disposable one. But we've got some Kar 98s to work with here, some with bayonets. And I'd imagine they do have the stabbing ability with the bayonet. We got an MG42 over here, and we've got an MP40 for their squad leader there. Looking over at the main German spawn point, over at this depot area, we've got some half-tracks with both machine guns on the front and back, the MG42s. More transport trucks here. We got a destroyed King Tiger in here. That's kind of funny. That's funny. And I'm seeing mostly Kar 98s. I'm trying to see if I see... We do have some grenade launcher attachments, though. We got some scoped Kar 98s as well. There's another grenade launcher attachment. I'd imagine the US also have the M1 Garand with the grenade launching attachment capability as well. And I'm not really seeing any G43s. Real quick, honey, we're going to the melting pot tonight, right? I thought that was what we agreed on because it's your last night.
Okay. All right. Well, then you can stick next to me.
Oh, well, I cleared my schedule for tonight. I canceled POG, so if you want to go to melting pot, I mean, it's your last day, so I don't mind flirting with you. All right, love you, honey. Yeah, so I'm seeing only bolt actions here. So that means the Americans are going to have a bit of an advantage with those M1 Garands here. But it makes sense. That was their main rifle here. I'm wondering, though, we got a bunch of fortifications around here. This AO, I actually really like it. You got this nice blown-out position here with artillery. You got a lot of great bunkers to work with here. Whoever made this did a very good job with these bunker lines. Looking over at this HQ area, this is just the Japanese HQ from, oh, what's that damn mod called? Faces of War. It's built very similarly to, I forget the one, I think it was a Medal of Honor game, and then they turned that into a Call of Duty, you know, the first Call of Duty Nazi Zombies map. So that's where we all know the reference from in that specific area. But it is literally just that building, and then you have all the buildings around here to fortify with. You got some blown-out structures over here, and then we got a random trench defensive line right there, and a few others all around this AO. That is quite nice to see. Let's go ahead and look over at the German defensive lines here. If my game doesn't decide to crash on me when I move over, come on, Arma. Come on, don't pull that on me. You monster. It's gonna be like that today, is it? Oh, that hurts. This has been a certified Arma moment. Wait. Wait. We're good. All right. Yes, honey? We can leave whenever. OSCRA should be done in about an hour and a half from now, so 5:30-esque? We can do 6. Do you mind putting a reservation down real quick because I'm streaming? Oh, this isn't good. Honey, you can set it for whatever time you want. Okay. Yep, so set it for 7 then. You can either call in or do an open table, okay? All right, baby, I love you. All right. So here's the deal. If anyone remembers a few months ago, there was this one mission they tried to run twice. It was a modern day one, US versus
Send in GOAT
Op
Team
4 were
6
Russians. It was a
now.
Cold War style scenario.
Germans are blue fork as they were right, no?
Wow, Lolo. Goddamn. I mean, I can't voice on that myself here. Love you, baby.
I can voice on it. It sucked. No.
You-
I have no knowledge.
Yeah, you just said the Germans were right for what they did in World War II. So, you probably want to go now.
No, I said they suck.
Anyway,
Yeah.
honey, I gotta work.
So I guessed
Honey,
right.
honey, mwah, I love you.
I guessed right.
I gotta get to work now, all right? I'm trying to balance my work-life balance here. Jesus Christ. There goes my monetization. Anyway. Yeah, they did. Anyway. There was an op a few months ago where it had to be canceled twice because at a specific spawn point there were textures that were causing crashes. So I'm a little worried about this scenario because it looks like those textures are present on these defensive lines because every time I go near them, I start to stutter pretty hard. Editor? What editor? You think I have an editor? That's cute. So I'm a little worried about these spots right here. I'm gonna message NASA real quick. Remember a few months ago there was US vs Russia Cold War scenario where Polish forces spawned near some objects. That were causing them to crash. When I panned my camera near them, I'd also start and crash. I'm getting that. I'm getting that same issue on the Blue Fort defense line. Could be a nothing burger, but if I see people go there and begin to crash, it may be because there's something there that doesn't like to be rendered. I thought I'd let you know. Alright. I doubt he's checking TeamSpeak right now anyway, so hopefully nothing bad happens. Anyway, we missed the mission beginning. Because, again, I'm really worried that we're going to see these things move over to these defensive lines and break. And then, you know, Op 4 passing through might also cause them to have some frame issues. But I basically can't put my camera over there because otherwise it's going to break on that front. Otherwise, we've got our 2 tanks coming up with the APC transport, moving them from the front. Basically being used as bait since the other 2 tanks are objectives. Normally in a convoy you'd want a heavy vehicle out in front, but because they're objective based they probably don't want to do that. Looks like the Polish and British forces are going to be setting up defensive lines over here, but as I predicted, we might see the tanks cross over on one of these bridges early on and then try to come around through this position as well. So I think Op 4 for the for the Allied forces, they're going to try to move this force down instead of a blocking position right here. The question is, can they beat the forces over here? And it looks like they might be able to because the Tigers are going to be splitting up. we'll have to see what happens. Haven't been seeing a lot of your videos on YouTube lately. Yeah, that's because YouTube is screwing me with the algorithm again. I don't know why. Every time I get a 1-up on the algorithm, it seems to always bitch slap me back down as if someone is manually editing me. So I've kind of given up on YouTube, as I've said time and time again, where I'll get a little bit of leeway, things will work like a month, and then thing changes, and there's nothing I can do. I accidentally right-clicked up there and immediately had a lag spike. Goddamn. So we'll be watching things from afar. I'm still going to be uploading. I will admit, though, I didn't upload anything this past weekend. I'm going to be uploading this weekend, though. That's because I've been focusing on other projects. Mainly, I had 14 mission files to make last week, and I had 6 to make this week, which 6 is about my average, but I only had the beginning of the week to make them, so for all I felt, it was 3 mission files a night. Usually I make 1 or 2 a day, and that's able to be spaced out, but add that with everything else I'm trying to tackle, and things get messy, but can't do anything if the YouTube algorithm's going to shaft me constantly. So these guys, if they move through here, we got this defensive line right there. They might come around. What I'm worried about, though, is seeing vehicles pausing when they get near these things and render whatever textures are in there, because that shows that they're also having some issues trying to parse through, which also makes them sitting ducks for anything that might be setting up a defensive line to hit them. Yeah, Dante, I feel that, but I also kind of like the grind aspect of it personally, but I don't know. There's a lot of things to potentially do. I'm a little worried with these disconnect messages I'm seeing over here. I'm wondering if it has to do with anything around these specific positions, but we might see that spike up a bit depending on what things enter that area. We got 1 tank that's crossing the bridge over here. The other tank's going up the MSR. That tank is more than likely going to get ambushed up here by the Polish forces. We got 1 guy prone just watching up the road. I'd imagine they've got the Piet gunner right here ready to hit it. If it comes up, we'll see if they get spotted. And these guys still coming around, and that blue 4 unit going down there as well. So we'll just wait and see. Also, we have Ezio streaming on the ground if you want to watch things going there. And it's because I'm not an e-girl, which is why I'm being shafted. Of course, Dante. Yeah. Of course. That's how we make the great changes. But anyway, Tiger pulling off on the right might avoid the MSR and start trying to take SSRs, which is smart, but the UK group is going to try to set up an ambush probably along any of these SSRs over here as the Polish forces move and take the MSR. You know, another strategy we could see is Blue 4 pulls the Giga Chad move of going all the way around, riding the western side and riding the northern border, and going around like that. You have this force right here. Yeah, there's something up there. I gotta pull back. There's something in there that's causing me to lag the heck out. The tank might have broken down because of it, but looks like these infantry might be struggling with it, but it looks like they'll eventually get around. I don't know. We got some German players over here. Hard for me to zoom in when I crash like that, but that's fine. We got that defensive line. These guys heading around. That tank might be suffering the same issue I am and have to come around, or it's providing overwatch for that truck to go in. We also have this truck coming up the SSR right here into a German position. We'll see if they are engaged and intercepted. Will I ever be doing another Project 11 type op? Project 11 being that upgrade scenario. If I ever get the player base again, but that'll be at least a year away based off of how much I'm growing in my own Discord community. But I'm doing a lot to work with other groups and merge with what I can, so anything's possible. But stuff like that is going to have to be voted on by my community to run, so we'll just have to see. Looks like this Tiger tank has opted to hold right here. They're just checking up the road right here with their binos, making sure it's clear of any ambushes. I'm going to be honest, the MSR, especially if the enemy spawns right on top of it, you can bet they're going to camp it. So this other strategy they've been doing over here seems to be a bit better, but we have this other Tiger tank moving out on its own. Very loud, but it's going to be drowned out by the engine sounds of OPFOR's vehicles here, so this Tiger tank might be able to skid around completely unscathed here. And you got some infantry over here looking at some of these forces, and it looks like this truck over here is going to decide. It's being very cautious as it moves up over here. I think imagining there might be some sort of Blue 4 defensive line up here. Based off of these guys' chatter, though, I don't think they've detected that OPFOR truck up there yet, but it is coming to a close. Isn't there supposed to be an Arma 4 soon? Yeah, TBA, right? It won't be for a while. Beyond that, I can't say anything else. Little bit of desync on this tank over here. You see it, rubber banding. See, this is actually a really common Allied tactic. What they do on their Sherman 88s is they go back and forth, you know, and this helps them evade German Panzerfaust and Panzerschreck fire, even hostile AT rounds, and even from pack guns, you know? It's if they're going back and forth like that, sure as hell the enemy isn't going to be able to work properly. Just a little worried about stuff up here potentially causing certain issues, but we'll just have to see how that all works out. Very true, I do think VI has a video out on it as well, but I think that, if I recall correctly, it's mainly focused on Reforger and then saying that Arma 4 is a while away. Have I tried the Reforger tools yet? No. It's like anything Bohemia puts out these days. Just wait a little bit, let the modders start touching it, and then let it expand on itself, and it should be fine. Should being the key word. But we're still in the golden age of Arma 3 modding, so I'm gonna stick with this here, you know? Thoughts on Reforger? Oh, this is not the place. This is not the place. There's some pros and cons, and you can see them based off of the design decisions they chose to make. But again, this... Catch me on a Darktide stream, and I'll rant all about it, but let's focus on OFCRA here. Has the Golden Age... I would say the Golden Age started in 2020, and we're still in it ever since. I'd say it's mainly also because of people like Webknight finding breakthroughs with the engine and getting things through it. Arma Zeus Cache being added as a base game feature. All that fun stuff. You can pretty much do whatever you want with this crazy game. Tiger's going to be detected by command here. I think he hears it. But the Tiger being on the rear of this formation is going to be quite interesting. He's looking out here, definitely trying to look for it. Sir Fapalot, damn. What a name. Wrong button. Yeah, it's in a bit of defilade cover. He might see it pop up in a second, though.
Okay, be fucking advised, there's a fucking tank somewhere north of my position marked as a fucking tank moving to the east.
Okay. Yeah, that certainly is a way to call up the fact that there's a tank around you. Okay.
Actually, no. 70H. Continue. Start moving. Get to the.
I think he's telling this tank right now to keep moving.
Yeah, be quick. Get out of there.
Vexen was part of this truck group. Again, close to those German fortifications. I think the people that are disconnecting and reconnecting are having the same issue I am. Sherman's pulling away. Tiger is slowly moving up here. Unsure if it'll catch an eye on him. Uh-oh. I think someone's crashed in there too because they came too close to that Blue 4 defensive line. Yeah, I only have spectators from the NVG. Looks like they're going to try to hide the Sherman in here. Yeah, I don't think they detected that Sherman. Because there is a house in the way as well. They need to get out and shut those doors. Yeah, this is a really smart play to hide the armor. Look at this Blue 4 group staying in a defensive line here. You got the Americans on the northern side. Looks like this tank completely blew through this ambush and is now firing back at these guys. Interesting. My personal favorite military area is actually Vietnam. For a utility of reasons. A lot of different weaponry, a lot of different heavy air supports. Very good fire effects for Arma, where others can be a bit glitchy. And as a mission maker in Zeus, not a lot of work needs to be put in it. Not a lot of mods need to be put in it because, well, you just have the King, which was Unsun, and then turned to SOG Prairie Fire when the team decided to make an official CDLC. A lot of Vietnam this weekend, exactly. This is gonna be funny. I think the Tiger... No way. No freaking way. The gun's not aligned. Wow. You know, I knew Tiger tanks were effective at killing Shermans, but that's amazing. That is single-handedly.
Advertisement for Arma 3 in a nuts butterfly with players.
Did it just censor the word hell in nutshell with butterflies? Audrey Hado, thanks for the 47-month resub, but my god. Now they're turning around. You gotta remember, guys, the Shermans are in German territory here. Because the Germans are doing a fighting retreat, so the buildings work for the Germans. So you gotta be careful when you use enemy-occupied terrain here, like buildings, because otherwise they might just smack you. So the Tiger tank, clearly, as it passed by, it spotted that open door, and the commander threw a mine. and he locked it perfectly in front of this building. The Sherman tank clearly tripped the mine and exploded. Very, very powerful tactic there. So now both sides only have 2 tanks. We got 1 Sherman up on the northern side. The other Sherman I am struggling to find at the moment. Looks like it's up here with the Polish forces. And I think the Americans also crossed this bridge and started pushing up on that side as well. But meanwhile, both Tiger tanks are now close to the HQ position. So, what an ambush there. Sometimes the hunter becomes the hunted, and it just takes one well-placed invisible mine that clearly the commander of the Tiger threw to just throw a monkey wrench in the plan. Actually, it was a monkey wrench that the Tiger commander threw at the Sherman. It got caught in the tracks, you saw it go lopsided, belly up, and explode. Why? Because it's Arma. Of course that's how it happens, right? All part of the plan, as Doge would say. If Arma 4 takes those features away, I swear to God. Anyway. Would it be an Arma game if things don't get armored like that? Would it really be an Arma game? Nut butterflies sounds rancier. Oh my God. Hog, no. Hog, please. Now you got German forces. They're checking out this smoke over here. They're gonna run right into this 4-man US team here. This is Vexen's AI. And unfortunately, it's skylining really hard as they look at that tank. And I'm waiting for the Germans here to be creating another ambush here. Unless they get armored when they try to ambush. Whew. I think we're all gonna miss Arma 3 physics, man. That's like at least a third of my content. Germans running up. They saw these infantry moving around. I guess they decided nothing about it. Oh. Wow, great headshot with that MP40 there. Blue 4 now turning around, realizing they're being engaged. They heard those shots, looking around. Brenly trying to line up a hit here. Vexen, I'm worried he's gonna join right in. He's gonna spawn and he's gonna go, hey, I made it, and then he's gonna get shot. More like half. Yeah, Nemesis, you're not wrong. Even when I look in that direction, I stutter. You got Marty in here holding with the carbine. Eloy's deployed his stealth technology. One German force member pushed up. Dawodox got him.
PLH engaging infantry on our post.
Got German forces trying to advance here. Some are getting glitched here. I think, again, because they're looking in the direction of that bunker complex. That's what's catching the Germans. So, the Allied forces here weaponizing desync, but Beaton also gets caught in the wave here. Can't even hit that AI. He runs in. Yeah, again, I think it's tied to that stuff, but we've got Toxic here. He was back in the game for a moment, then he lost it again. And again, I think it's being caused by these, because every time I fly my camera over there, I stutter. Every time I look in that direction, I also get a little bit of a stutter. What a way to go. little bit of desync again being caused by those defensive positions. Some people just aren't getting tuned to them properly. Tiger tank pushing up. Don't you have a bazooka? Are you being desynced too? Oh no. He might be waiting for it to come in visual range. So we've got a strike team for Op4 on the northern side. We got a majority of their force down here that can come around and stay away from the desyncy area. Tiger backing off a little bit. Marty's either AFK or getting hit with the desync. These two staying up here, they correctly identified the Tiger up there. Wonder what these guys are gonna do. That's a lot of bandaging. Whoop! Saw that lag spike right there. Twig's waiting him out. I think he sees movement in that house.
I have no relay with my team. I think they all died to disconnect, so unsure.
That's a hostile. We're on the later side of the war, so... It's a late game allied weapon. It's an asset issue. There's something in the Blue 4 defensive lines that when I pan my camera over, I get a lag spike. So it's something causing that to other people. Like Marty here. These two are panicking. Their AT man is, yeah. Riveting gameplay. I think he's just suffering from the, it's the loading of those assets. Oh, Dawidox also got caught. Beaten, I think, is the only one that's being immune right now. You know they're under threat of it when they start doing this moonwalk right here. Such is the life in the zone. And again, it's not, this isn't a normal thing that happens. It's because there's a certain asset over here that's causing it, but you're seeing some of the Op4 guys being affected by it too. There's actually 3 Blue 4 disconnects right here following Twig Caden. Oh man. Let's look at the rest of the map right here. Op4 still pushing forces around. The actual objectives here, Blue 4 don't have a lot of defense right here, so Op4 can still bypass and get to it. Marty is, oh. You know, there's some pretty graphic stuff out there, but this one really takes the cake. He's still getting shot. The Six Story, I think he's dead, but I think he's suffering a fate worse than death as well. Ooh. It's a big ouch. And then how did Dawidox do? All right, he finally dropped dead over here. I mean, you got standing back man with his arms still dangling. You got, I don't even want to know what this is. Looks like Beaton's trying to loot this. Sixor's looking at him, but also having desync. Otherwise, he should be taking the shot right now. In a world where some people are immune to the SCP desync, and some aren't. What a weird op. It's the 106 origin story. So we tried to fire a bazooka round at this tank. It was short. We've got Snobus over here trying to run in behind that tank. Maybe he can climb on top and politely tap the vehicle and ask them to surrender. 6-or breaching. And an M1 Garand beats a bolt action at CQC. Who would have thought? Anyway, this is Mr. Dr. Betton's last stand here. As we wait for the rest of OPFOR to push into these actual objectives. I'm a little worried, though, because OPFOR might be able to take these objectives right out from Blue 4's nose here and force Blue 4 to then have to take their own objective areas. And I think it's also partially because Doctor here is causing Blue 4 to push a lot of forces around here just to fight him. Here comes Lolo. He's got the MP40. Oh! A headshot versus a body shot. Betton could still wake back up, though. That was one hell of a trade. Ruby runs in, though. Will the Doctor wake back up before additional forces come in and check on him? Hearing something heavy fire. We could see this tank firing at him. There's the double tap, literally blown away. Yeah, they hear that Tiger over there. Sherman's tracking, firing shots, and missing. Tiger tank's gun might be down. It's looking downward. I don't know why all the German, well, even some of the US players are naked in their tanks, you know. It gets a little lonely in the tank. Some people gotta improvise, but damn. At least they're partially clothed. I guess you don't need a visual PID if you're in the tank, right? Whew. Anyway, more Blue 4 elements coming up. This is the Polar Squad running on point. They're actually going to make it into the HQ area pretty much unopposed, and they got another Sherman and another transport Vic coming up behind him. I think Depso is the OPFOR commander here, yep. And then we've got for Blue 4 command, it's Ezio, who again is on the multi, so if you want to get his POV and see how he's ordering the Blue 4 troops, feel free to run !multi. Otherwise, we got Snobus over here still scouting around for that tank, and even looking in that direction, I got another slight lag spike, so we could very well see OPFOR just get into the objectives and hold them and fight on the trickling Blue 4 forces here. Ah, yeah, it does get hot in the tank, right? Hey, Lolo, I watched you trade, and then someone else double tapped him. That was pretty funny. Meanwhile, we hear the Tiger on this northern side is turned around. Looks like they fixed up their gun, and they're now looking in the direction of the U.S. Sherman here. U.S. Sherman pulling forward. We got a little bit of an opening right here, but it's blocked by this bush. Yeah, both of you fired one shot, and they were both on target. It's a great trade to see. I think the U.S. infantry are also trying to help the tank spot, but...
Philippe,
On est là, on est là, on est là.
on réembarque.
Ok.
Now, I think they hear this tank coming in. German infantry have mounted over here and are starting to come over. They got Tommy with the Panzerschreck here. They're about to have an angle on the tank. Just need to pull up a little more forward. Just a little.
Io ho il binocolo,
Si sono spostati, sono dietro la casa a 100 gradi. Vedi? Sopra.
Looks like we have additional German forces now coming in
Sei bersaglio.
to try to back that defensive lineup. Again, it's laggy over here. Did you... Yeah. Yeah. How did that work for you, buddy? He wakes back up. Are we gonna go 2 for 2? Do it again, I wasn't looking. Shoot him! Shoot him in the back of the head! Yes! That's funny as hell. You knock with a grenade, knock yourself out, wake up, and then you kill the commander.
Ce l'ho io.
Riesci a andare.
Sono tutti nemici.
That's the Sherman right there.
C'è anche un carro da qualche parte.
Grazie. They're speaking Italian?
Ok, perfetto.
I guess that makes sense because they do. It is the Axis, right? They did have the Germans.
Ne ho ucciso
Looks
uno.
like Sismo got hit in some sort of exchange. These guys are pushing forward. You have a blown out Stug.
C'è uno dietro il carro,
Devo fare distrutti.
Oh, it's on fire! I didn't hear a launch sound. I guess the ambush happened a bit earlier then. Fury engaging the forces over here, taking some bolt action fire from the Scar 98. Can't seem to line up a shot on him. Missed again. Another miss. Tempisto just can't seem to line up his shot on Curie. Looks like he might have gotten one hit here. Curie pulls back. Both sides trading forces here, but the Sherman being out of commission is an issue. Otherwise, that gun would be turning and engaging. Looks like they might have just gotten the gun online. It just needs to turn left and start engaging. It's shooting forward. It looks like they're a little confused on where they're being hit from. We got another group coming in, though. That's probably going to sweep that Sherman, though. And we got more Allied forces coming through. Funny enough, Blue 4 Command's hidden away over here, very close to Op 4 lines there. But they're not going to be spotted. Lolo replying to himself. That's so funny. I'm not sure if Dante's still in the stream, but after this, you want to play Darktide, broski? Because I got a reservation at 7, which means I got a little bit of time. We can chill.
Hey, that's a data marking op de
Ron message, you replied. You meant to reply to Sixor instead? Now these guys are getting ambushed from the left. They're trying to mount back on the tank real quick. Realizing that's their only area for safety. You saw them get hit a few times. The question is, do they have AT? Looks like they're trying to throw AT grenades, but they're too short. Seeing them fire over here. How did the northern engagement go? Oh, yeah, that Tiger's all the way over there now. That Sherman's still over there, though. Whoop. They're trying to fire at that other Tiger, but it looks like they missed. Piats are out. Or Piat. It's either Piat or Piat. Yeah, they gotta get closer for those AT grenades. They're throwing their regular grenades on it, too. Tanks lined up, now shooting at the infantry up here. Oh, that was a smoke grenade, so they're starting to obstruct its vision. That might buy some room for their AT Grenadier to run up and hit it. That's another hit. They gotta hit the turret, though, to disable it, because that's the most dangerous thing right here. Ah, there it goes. All right. A delayed engine hit. Crew is now quickly trying to bail out. Adamek gets mag dumped by 2 handgunners. The bolt-action rifleman can't seem to get it. The crewmen have become the most powerful thing on the field. Diablo ducks the headshot. Royd runs up and mag dumps him. What is this? He takes his rifle.
No way we can.
Are you kidding me? Speed gets a shot on Funi.
How much ammo do you have? I zoomed in, so I lagged out.
I zoomed in, so I lagged out. Yeah, again, in that direction is the blue 4 stuff here. So, again, I think those defense lines are the issue. Yeah, no, again, I messaged this to NASA because I noticed it. I can't pan my camera over here because then I start lagging out. So it's when people look in this direction, there's an asset on these defensive lines that are causing people to crash. I know, the lag is robbing us this week, I'm sorry to say. Though those pistol gunners were doing fine. I got some Germans coming up to the HQ here. Tiger in position, UK pushing up. We still have Fury around here. He's taking fire from the right. That was by Scenari. We have a stolen M1 Garand, but it looks like the same thing happened to Ruby. Scoped in. That was a friendly rifle grenade by Scenari. And, yeah. Yeah. Huh. That happened. Alright, guys, you ready? If only there was a way that people knew the PID of the friendlies and the enemies, you know? If only. He's a German player, right? So here's German spawn point. If only there was a way. Damn. They could really, like, learn that PID to help him out. Anyway, Seismo's uncon. And it looks like that rifle grenade or Twig King came in and killed the last guy. Tiger tank's firing at the infantry over here. He put him out of his misery, right? Because he was desyncing. Up for a little, excuse me, blue. Yeah, no, it is up for. Oh my God, I'm so used to seeing the allies as green 4s, so having to call them op 4 is also throwing me off. But the allies are a little broken up here. We could still see powerful assets like this German tank catch it off, pretty much massacre them. You gotta talk about team killing. Well, I mean, if only there was a way you knew, right, Gandalf, playing on the ground? It would help you out. Definitely. Got some medical being done over here. Tiger's still suppressing the units in the smoke here. Wow, that smoke dissipated quick. He's shooting through the little wood connection right here, and he's actually getting hits on him.
Chowaj się za ziemią, chodź. Bo tu ziemi nie ma, tam masz wczesne drzewo. O Boże.
Alright. What's the Tiger gonna do now?
Nie podoba mi się.
I feel like the blue 4 elements here have the advantage of Sassanari won't go down. One of these days they're going to DM me and tell me how to say their name right, I swear. But the person they were medicing died, and we just have double taps here. These OPFOR reinforcements are going to help take the HQ area. They're going to hold that till the 68-minute mark, and then we'll see them move on to the depot. From there, I mean, Blue 4 still have both of their Tiger tanks. They just been moving around the zone. Those could clean up the remaining, I think, single Sherman that's on the field, because one got disabled here, one got disabled by a German monkey wrench. You just have this one up here to contend with. However, this Tiger's gonna drive right into the Sherman, but the Sherman's not looking in the right direction. Wow. Hey guys, what hit us? You okay? And the gun's disabled. So now, Blue 4 have tank superiority, but OPFOR have numbers superiority. So we're gonna see what's more effective. Is this Fury accurate Fury? Unfortunately, the 4th tank, the Fury tank that actually destroyed the Tiger, isn't present on this battlefield. OPFOR has no tanks remaining. One tank died to a building, one tank died to a Tiger, and one tank died to Panzerfaust. Or a Panzerschreck, excuse me. They could use bazookas, I know, but they're only in limited supply for OPFOR, so we'll see. But OPFOR having the number advantage means they can just chill in the HQ. Moving to the depot is going to be a bit more difficult, but I think OPFOR are going to get the HQ here. Blue 4 could retain control of the depot as well as have their Tiger tanks in the depot for a point bonus, and that could still let Blue 4 win this. Favorite horror op? There's so many good ones, Yorkshire. I don't really have a favorite. I guess the Isle Douala incident's my favorite horror campaign. Bornholm's pretty decent as well. But in terms of like a pure horror op, Douala incident was pretty decent. SCP stuff's also good. But I've done a lot of horror-esque stuff. There's also a more recent one with the 5th OML where I wiped them. That was a nice foggy horror scenario. There was one I played by, made by a long time ago. It was done in I forget the name. Wait. No. Come on. It's literally right. It's right there. It's right there. If only there was a way that they knew what the friendly forces looked like. If only. But I can't remember the op on the top of my head, but it was a really fun experience. I Dynamech, I'd agree with you, but the commander was turned out with Bino, so he should have been able to identify the uniforms, but I think they only identified the movement. Because it's camo versus solid textures.
He's on your channel.
Turn it off.
Right.
So HQ's fully garrisoned. You got German forces coming in, but you got all these guys coming in as well. You got this small team coming around. They've got a bazooka, though. They could get behind that Tiger. Bino, yeah, anything that scopes you in this direction is going to lag you out. That's why. Because, again, there's something on those barricades that causes weird lag spikes. We got a Tiger out of position over here. Yeah. Is Snoopa still over there? Yeah, he's still crawling in after killing that one commander on the tank, but he's also lagging in and out to go in, so it's a little slow for him. Most recent horror op where I wiped the player base called? I don't remember names, dude. We do at least 6 missions every week. So, something a week ago I might remember. A month ago, hell no. A year ago, absolutely not. We have a fight going on between this 5-man German force that came up to check if this Sherman was dead, but they found the escorting infantry with the crew. We got a firefight going. Oh, did the AT guy needs to continue to come? He's a medic too. Tiger's now pushing up. You got a fight going back and forth right here. Rifle grenades going in, but these guys doing a great job of spacing themselves out properly. They're firing their bazookas at the infantry too. More of an engagement right there. German forces might break off from the blue force side. Tiger's now pulling back. I think it's going to try to assist and eliminate those infantry. For whatever reason, that AT isn't in position to ambush, but it could still follow up and hit that tank. Still got some more shots going over here.
Repeat bearing, repeat bearing.
I think they mixed PID'd Zixme for a second, thinking he was a hostile, but really he's just a Lee Enfield sniper back here trying to find some shooters.
Guys, be careful, there's a lot of friendlies around, but also enemies. I think the enemies are to the
it's not
north.
an enemy.
West.
I'm just lagging as fuck, bro. What the hell? This is...
Depso is command here. He needs to be, if he dies, then Blue 4 get an additional point. He needs to be double tapped, but Depso has deployed his deployable cover and has hidden himself under the building. So if he doesn't bleed out and he survives, Blue 4 isn't able to score that spare point. Crafty play by Depso, master of deception. Oh no, but the Germans have outsmarted him. They dragged him out of the rubble. Oh! Oh no! Depso thought he had them, but unfortunately the German players were smarter. Damn. It's rare to find smart players on the ground like that, but hey. They countered meta with meta. You distance change to 1,000. I think that's to help the not see that texture over there, and maybe that'll fix the issue at hand.
Hold positions here. Set up defensive positions.
On a scale of 1 to Zixme, how would I rate the mission? It's a good question. I don't think Zixmi's on any kills though, so I guess it's an alright mission. I'm gonna be honest, the mission design was great, it's just the one texture over there causing the lag spikes is what's really killing it. But I think the balance otherwise was pretty good. But it was a few funny armor moments happened to kind of ruin that balance, but that's just how it is. I love the compositions of the bases and whatnot. Again, really good up on paper, really good up on mission dev, but execution fell through just because of some textures, and it sucks, but that's just sometimes how it happens. Take it from the guy that does this for a living. But now you know what the issue is, and you can make the next one better. Alright, more German forces coming in here. Tymek on a 2v1. They're trying to bayonet each other. Oh, but Tymek gets the kill! As he was charged and getting bayonet stabbed. I think Marco just got a hit on Tymek here. Tymek looking for the headshot.
Maybe... He suffer or something.
Marco's trying to keyhole him.
Hey, how are you today, man?
Oh, and he gets hit because Tymek pulled back and he got the 2 kills. 3 kills for him. Meanwhile, we got some GLs going off here. I think that's these guys trying to fire at the commander right there. They're putting the GLs in there as well. Commander doesn't realize he's under threat. Turns in the nick of time to avoid a headshot. Now the guns are shooting. What I'm confused about, though, is didn't they have a bazooka? Why didn't they open up with the bazooka? Or maybe they didn't, it missed. I don't know. Smokes are going out. Looks like these guys are going to try to pull away, but that's cutting the Tiger off from the AO here. Time check-wise, 6 minutes, and we'll see the first cash-in, and all these infantry are then going to go in onto that compound. Points-wise, Blue 4 has a single point for killing the enemy commander. Op 4 has no points, but we'll see 3 points cashed in for them holding the HQ. Looks like we got Blue 4 command heading up, though. They might try to go for holding the depot here, but I think the HQ area at this point is lost.
That is a German. Oh, lagging out.
German where?
I think they see Tymek moving around.
There's friendlies in the white building.
Sam's taking fire from German forces up at the stadium.
Oh. I pull them, I see them, I see them. They shooting back at me. The direction 2020 on
I'd say it doesn't matter what your enemy's wearing. If they shoot back at you, or if they shoot at you, they're hostile. Ivno gets dropped. GL going in, it's gonna be high. Detonating somewhere behind. Looking back here, these guys are attempting to charge, but they're running into that Blue 4 garrison. I think one of them was taken out, because I only see 2 of them now. Looking back at the German forces over here, trying to hold. Looks like one of them was taken out in here. That leaves Frat and Tommy. Tommy trying to hold the line. You still have Ivno down up here. Looks like Slim's working on him. He's dragged him away, and now he's trying to administer medical.
Chopczyki, tutaj macie enemy, tam nastawienia. Po lewej. Tam gdzie zwierzę.
HCM with that scope could do a bit of damage, but he's got to find the proper angle. Heard some AT. That was the bazooka trying to get a long-range shot. Looks like it got caught in the building, though. Arnhort's trying to administer medical to his dead friend. Ilnor comes up. He's right on top of the German garrison, and he gets bitch slapped back by either Gazag or AIDS in there. And the Tiger's pushing up, shelling more rounds into this vicinity. Op 4 command at the depot area here. Blue 4, 3.5 minutes away from cashing in this objective. You got Wombat coming around, though. I believe he was the mission maker for this scenario. Him and I had a desync spike at the same time. He turned around and tried to go up, and he went a little too forward. Also, I love that. You can see his footsteps on the ground as he moves up. Got the MP40 trying to suppress. And Shay throws a grenade in here. Another grenade goes in. That one's gonna get them both. It does not. He goes down. Frot's like, what's going on? He's desyncing, that's why. Bayonet him.
Oh, is he not dying?
Just bayonet him for good measure.
Something flagged, I think.
Ah, I think he left off. Is that Germans? Is that Germans?
Where? Bearing?
Oh, there we go. It is, south.
Yeah, I know. Oh god, wait, he just dropped. No!
Still alive, he's still alive.
They're in the position now, so they're getting pushed.
Uh-oh.
And you picked up a German gun.
I'm in ammo.
Hey Jay, how you doing?
He don't have any ammo.
He was out of ammo. One and a half minutes. Points are going to go to Op4. They're going to move to the depot. German forces will trickle in. We could see the tanks help upset, but it's looking a little closer to an Op4 victory here. But again, those tanks could bounce back. That was a Op4 player that was just shot. Oh!
You okay?
He is not okay.
You're dead, Shay.
Ooh! Man, if only there was a way! Oh, if only. Anyway. And there's the objectives cashed in.
Careful, some just got shot here. Is that a friendly tank? That's a hostile tank.
Yeah, hopefully next week's mission will be better. But again, the reason that people are lagging out, it's something that you can't really test unless you get people on the scenario, so... Yeah, they're hearing that Tiger come in. Ah, the Tiger has used this tree to make a bridge. Oh, here comes the Piat. No, they're not allowed to switch uniforms either for PID. Sam lagged out because he looked in the direction. This Blue 4 contingent's going to collapse on the depot. These Op4 hunting that tank, then they're going to go around to the depot. But the two Tiger tanks are going to converge on it, and this is going to get very messy. However, there's a slight problem with this Tiger. It's got allies behind it. Not the friendly to the Tiger allies, rather the enemy force, the allies. Knowing this, the Tiger moves a little forward. Ash, hellbent on killing the Tiger, decides to charge it. Gets a great grenade throw on it. And the Tiger's gun is disabled. Or is it? In a panic, the Tiger pulls back. And now the Tiger holds still for additional AT threats. It is now being smoked. Ramming some trees, the tiger retreats. But for how long can the tiger last? That truly is anyone's guess. Might be a little too deep, but we got a shallow part right there for them to cross. This infantry group here is that tiger moving up. Tiger's shooting into the air. I don't know for what purpose. Maybe they found a straggler and were able to eliminate them, or they were double tapping bodies. But either way, German forces coming in. Tiger charging into the AO. Uh-oh. Woo! I'm surprised Rizbo didn't get blown up by that. Tiger getting some big air there and adjusting itself. And now Allied forces are assaulting this position, but there are two Tiger tanks on defense. One of them, I think, still has its gun disabled, though. But the other Tiger starts engaging. It's got some infantry to back it up. Bogo gets on the gun. And he gets sniped off by Murdy. I don't see any AT weapons on these guys. This isn't good. So they're gonna have to hunker down and wait for support to arrive as they start coming in, following the route of this first squad. This appears to be the force that was engaging the Tiger previously. And then we still have a few guys around with a German team coming in as well. Rizbo trying to run in. Other Tiger might have its gun disabled. Looks like he's gonna check these boxes for any spare supplies to use against the Tiger. They're using their front gun there. It takes AT. Another AT round comes in, it misses. Other Tigers pulled away. We hear more AT fired, and it's really damn short. That's the Piet, and Ivno is calling that shot BS. More and more AT grenades are hitting it. The Tiger backing itself up as much as they can go to give itself speed to advance, as it's having a little bit of trouble trying to get out of this position. It knocks Quebec back and makes him do a backflip. More AT grenades, but the Tiger still stands. How do you kill this thing? Now that is some impressive German engineering right there. Good God, they've made the Tigers leave the AO. Flip for Flap turns on his desync drive to avoid death from Settler there. Settler's on a one-man mission. Oh my God, he is on a one-man mission. He's still going. He's still going! This man is unstoppable! Oh my god. He hits Ivno once.
He has a semi-automatic gun.
He has a semi-automatic. You mean a fully automatic? Wait, but Sam just killed the wrong guy! Oh! Ivno! Oh, that was dirty! You AT grenade him point blank! Wait, more blue!
What?
My thoughts exactly!
What the fuck?
The camo is so similar, man.
Bro, the camo is on the website, bitch.
Sam's at -2!
I'm sorry.
I already got friendly fire 7 times this fucking mission.
Alright, looking at that camo and looking at this camo, they are both checkered patterns, I get it, but the friendly one is definitely darker. Damn, that was a one-man rampage at the end. Blue 4 have taken quite a few casualties. Funny enough, if this German squad goes in, they might actually be able to wipe the remaining force and still take it. And we still have 15 minutes on the map at least. Actually, 16 minus 8 would be 8, so we have 22 minutes remaining. Germans could still come in and actually win this fight due to that one-man frickin' massacre ended by Ivno. Professional Arma 3 player right here. Da 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 da.
What is that sound?
Did they just get sniped? 20 minutes left. He looks even more. All right, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh. Because of the sheer amount of friendly fire in there, that one-man rampage, we might actually... Settlers rampage on 5 kills. This could actually turn around and still be a German victory. First, they're gonna get behind Zixme and take him out. Hit him. Zixme's doing a great job of staying maneuvering. Oh, Diron von River with the rifle grenade launcher. The perfect weapon to use. He turns around. I think he just quickly realized those are enemies. And now Zixme has been aggroed. And he's got a scoped rifle. Gets the... What? Unfortunately, Cheeseburger has the MG42. And it goes burr.
Going across to the right.
Jesus Christ. Now, there are only 3 Op4 left in the AO, with an additional 1 outside of the AO. However, this one Op4 has -2 kills. Rizbo also has -1 kill. So the people that friendly fired are still in the AO. Oh my god. I think Danny Sweet is still desyncing out right now. Barros is moving up. We still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Germans that can move in. So it's a 4v5 at this point. Weaponry on these guys appear to be an MP40.
Rizzo, look, come here.
2 M.
Yeah, look.
Because I look at the briefing.
Difference. This is us. This is them.
Okay.
Do you see difference?
Sorry, yeah, sorry.
Do you see the fucking difference?
I see it now.
Thank you.
Sorry. If it's any consolation, it's my third.
Yeah. I mean, he's not from my squad, but it just
That's
makes
the
me feel
negative
bad.
one. I can't believe we actually witnessed someone referencing the signs. There is a second round, but I don't cover it because I'm gonna go do something else.
There any AT guns somewhere?
They do use the signs, so they're trying to find AT for the Tigers. I'm gonna be honest, I think the Tigers are like invincible. Like they take damage, but nothing down here can really kill them. I think the 88s were meant to be that crutch, but they all got destroyed early on for various reasons. Oh dear. Danny Sweet looks like his character finally caught up and he died. At least I think. Now you got the MG going. Smoke's being popped. I don't know what this tank's doing out here. I think it's just vibing until the end of the game, and it'll just charge in and try to cash in those points for having the Tigers in the depot. Rizbo going on the offensive, but Kermit spots him and misses his shot. Tank round goes in, doesn't get any kills. Grenades being traded here. Kermit trying to use an AT grenade. A great blind thrown grenade by Rizbo. I think that was a smoke though. Unfortunately, Cheeseburger has an MG42. And another grenade. That rolled almost perfectly on Rizbo, but the rock saved Rizbo from taking fragmentation damage, and there's the MG42. Rizbo realizing he was on a 4v1, and he gets taken out. Kermit turns around to look. Hopefully he doesn't blue on blue anyone. That would be awkward. Benares has decided to start desyncing. And we got Cheeseburger running around. He just gave some double tap fire. So Blue 4 traded 1 kill for 1 desync. And now it is 4-3. Not including the crews and the tanks. Ivno holding out with the MP40. Oh, Ivno unfortunately gets hit by lag. Wait to see that other tank come in. And now the Germans advance. Now, funny enough, with Benares lagging out, that actually means that Op4 won't be able to steal his AT to use against the Tigers. Ivno holding steady. He spots Kermit. Shoot him. And Kermit gets knocked out. Right in front of his buddy Kilo. Ivno takes fire, but Barros is breaching from behind. Oh! But Ivno gets him with the MP40. That's the same MP40 that Sixor was using, or Settler, excuse me. So that gun is going to continue to rack up kills. Yeah, Cheeseburger trying to line up that MG42 on him, but he's unable to get the hit. And now we might see the Americans pull out last, or get the victory out last second. Let the Tigers charge in. MP40 blessed by the Omniscience. Jesus. Cricket's coming in. Benares unlags out. And he also double taps the body for good measure. Kermit wakes back up as well. Ivno holding the back line. You got Sam inside over here, biding his time. And then we got Rick Hunter chilling right here in that bunker. Tank's still marauding around. We need to see the other one coming as well. I don't know why it's just chilling over here. They got 2 people in there too. Either they ran out of fuel or the engine got damaged. Or the driver's lagging out, right? Ivno firing an AT grenade off. Cheeseburger with that MG42 on point, though. Oh, man. Ivno burning all of his AT grenades to try to get some cheap kills. Cheeseburger starts taking fire by Ivno. Oh. Cheeseburger doing medical. AT guy. Oh! Ivno getting killed by Benares' AT! Cheap shots. I love it. But Ivno did kill someone with an AT grenade earlier to end Settler's rampage. And then there were 2. Sam running around. Let's see if he can redeem himself after getting that friendly fire kill. He also has taken an MP40. MP40 the way to go here. You have the stability of your submachine gun, but you have the full auto of a submachine gun as well. So that's going to help beat out the bolt actions and make it more stable than the MG42. But it's not 45. I didn't see Op4 get any Thompsons, though. Hide behind the billboards. Use the PID billboards as cover. Make them think twice. -2 kills, yeah. They had M3? I didn't see any, but I guess I was blind. That tank's making it really hard to listen to those footsteps. What killed you, Ivno? Benares fired AT and it landed pretty much behind you, but it got you. Sam not paying attention, and Cheeseburger literally paints the walls red with Sam's blood. And then it was up to Rick. So Benares was up here, Ivno. He fired an AT shot. The AT shot landed back here, but it still somehow killed you. Yeah, Ivno, probably because when you scope in that way, you're looking in the direction of there's stuff on these barriers over here at these markers, and whenever I go over there, it lags me out too, so. GG. Looks like it's gonna be a Blue 4 victory. Every direction? Ooh. I don't know, maybe there were compatibility files missing then, who knows. Is the second tank going to be ordered to move in? It is. And we got 8 minutes remaining. Rick is just going to be chilling in here. Is he going to get up and make a move? He does. Kind of. He's looking out the window. And he sees a tank. And he decides, you know what? Right there is fine. Rick's like, nah. I'll just chill in here. Veteran, thanks for the raid, broski. Kermit's got a 1919 A6. Oh, look at that. And it's over. All right. Technically, when your entire side gets wiped, you don't lose, but Blue 4 are going to have the final depot cash in. They got both tanks inside. That's going to give them at least, I think, 9 points compared to the 3 that Blue 4 are going to get from holding that. Let's see the official count. Yeah, so 3 points from holding the depot, 1 point for killing the side leader. Blue 4 gets 10 points, 5 for the AO, 2 per tank at the depot, and then 1 for killing the commander. 7-0. Anyway, guys, that is it. And we'll see how things go from there. Just finished some Truckers MP. Saw your streamers game, but appreciate it, man. Hope everything is working out well for you. 1 second. I have a random question. All right, cool. I just wanted to check some usernames out real quick. But anyway, we'll be back a little later for some Darktide, just a vibe. But that's that. Next stream, otherwise, will be tomorrow, if you don't tune in for Darktide later. There's not a POG mission today. I'm taking a week off, just because Bloodway and I are going to have a date night, because this is her last day stateside tomorrow afternoon, just before FNF. She leaves for Europe for 2 weeks, and I won't see her till the 1st. And that means I'll also miss round 1 of FNF, but I'll be back for rounds 2 and 3. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Cheers, and have